My channel. So a few years ago I made this tree for Eid, and it was one of my most highly requested tutorials. Now the process for this one was a little bit different because I used real tree branches to put this one together, and I have a little bit of old footage. I'm just going to share it with you. I had taken 2 tree branches, wrapped them together with wire, spray painted the branches metallic gold, and then drilled them actually onto a wooden crate which I had painted a matte black. Now today I'm going to share the similar type of tree that you can create using dollar store items, so not using real wood branches. So this one is a little bit easier, and I think most people could probably put this one together. The other one does require a lot more handiwork. So here I got cherry blossom branches from Dollarama, and right now because it's spring they're everywhere, so you can grab them. All you have to do is pop off these little cherry blossom flowers because we want to create a tree using the empty branches that you're going to have with this. Now this is a lot more lightweight than using the real branches, so the process is a little bit easier and much more easier for most people to handle. So now I'm just going to gather all 3 of the branches. So here I have 2 of them in my hand, and you're seeing I'm gathering them together, and then I'm going to play around with it so that there's branches going all the way around. You don't want to gather them in the same direction. You want to intertwine them a little bit to create like a tree. So I have all 3, and then with the plastic you can easily bend it because it's all wire, so you can bend them into position. So here you can see I put it together, and then I just used some elastic bands for now to hold the 3 branches together. We are going to end up using wire to hold this together, but for now you put elastic bands so that if I do need to maneuver the branches at all, I can still do that. So I'm pretty satisfied with the way this is positioned right now. I don't think I need to do anything further to it. So now I'm going to take this aluminum wire that I got from the dollar store as well. You can also use floral wire, but this aluminum wire is a little bit stronger, so I prefer to use this. And you're just going to start wrapping it all the way around. Make sure you push the elastic upwards and out of the way. You don't want to wrap the aluminum around the elastic. Well, I guess you could, but I would rather not. So just keep pushing it out of the way and make sure you get this well wrapped. So that's it. It's wrapped. Now I'm going to take some scissors and I'm just going to cut off the elastic bands. So I'm using this metallic spray. This is gilded brass, so it's almost like a silver gold or like a champagne gold. It's not that deep dark gold, so if that's the color you want, you don't want to use the gilded brass. You definitely want to go for gold. But I wanted to do a little bit of a different look this time, especially because my house, like I've moved since I made that tree, and I felt like this color would probably suit my decor a little bit better. So now we have to make our base. Now I was trying to find that same wooden crate that I had gotten for the last one, but I couldn't find that anywhere. So I just picked up this cardboard box. Hopefully you could find something nicer to use. And I'm going to paint this blue. Now originally I wanted to do this like a navy blue, so like a very dark colored blue. But the paint wound up being a lot brighter than I wanted it to be. So I'm just going to leave it as is, but this is not really the vision I had in my mind. But we'll see what I end up deciding to do. So this is the first coat, and you definitely want to do a few coats. And then you're going to let it dry before you move on to the next step. So now you need a piece of foam. You can use fluorofoam as well. I like to use a thicker foam because it holds better. And you want to cut it down to the size that will fit. So you can do that by measuring the bottom of the box and then cutting it down and fit it into the box. So I'm just layering 2 to give this one some height. Now you're just going to stick your branch into the center of the foam. I would make a suggestion: if you can't find this kind of foam anywhere, drywall foam you can pick up at Home Depot or any home hardware store works really well. So you can look into that. I'll see if I can find a picture and I'll put that up in the corner for you as well. But drywall foam is something I've used quite often and I love it. Okay, so once I put that in, I'm just going to help secure it into place with some hot glue. All right, so it's as simple as that. Now you're ready to stick your flowers in. So you will need some wire cutters to cut down your stems. But yeah, you just cut down your flowers, separate them, and then start sticking into the foam, arranging it whatever way you'd like, whatever colors you'd like. This is totally your time to get creative. So because Eid is falling in spring this year, I decided to go with some colorful choices. I have some purple, yellow, white. If Eid was in the winter, I probably would have chosen more reds and whites, or maybe just the whites and gold. But yeah, so you can customize it to the season. That's how I am. I like to customize things to seasons. So that's what I'm doing here. A nice little colorful palette for my flowers. Okay, so super important step here that I can't believe I completely forgot. You need to add weight to the bottom of your box or crate, whatever it is you're using. Your base needs to be strong and heavy. So I have these little glass beads, again from the dollar store. Now normally you would want to put these before you put all your flowers in, but I completely forgot to do that. So I'm sticking it in right now, and then I'm just going to push it down into the sides of the foam and make sure it's kind of just evenly spread around so that you have a nice even weight. And now it's time to start decorating your tree. This is completely your choice. You can go see whatever you can find, look around your house. You might find various items to stick on this tree and just start decorating, start experimenting. So I got these little ornament lights from the dollar store as well. And as I'm putting them on, I'm starting to realize they're pretty heavy. The ornaments themselves are made of like a metal, and they're quite heavy. And because this is a plastic tree, they're kind of bringing the branches downwards. This would probably work better on a real branch tree. I don't know if it's going to stick onto this one well, so I might end up removing them. And here I have some gold and silver Mardi Gras beads that I also picked up from the dollar store. And I'm just going to drape those from branch to branch. And again, I'm going to dangle some of those Mardi Gras beads under the flowers onto the box, just to add a little bit of, bling to the box as well. Okay, so the purpose of my tree is actually to make an Eidi tree, and I made these little envelopes out of scrapbook paper, and I have an upcoming tutorial on how I made these envelopes as well. But basically you just put the money with a little label that says Eid Mubarak or Eidi, whatever it is. You will see I'm going to hang them on the tree. And basically kids can go and pick their own Eidi envelopes off the tree, or you can address them to each kid individually, or you can have just Eid Mubarak on it and let the kids pick their own envelopes. It's fun, especially when you have large gatherings with a lot of kids. It's fun for the kids to be able to go do something like that. Okay, so I'm going to actually show you a couple of different setups I did with the tree. So here you can see I still have the ornament balls, all that stuff hanging there. I have a lot more pink cherry blossoms attached, and then I have my Eidi envelopes here, but you can get the general idea. This is the overall look. Now I decided to remove the actual ornaments off the fairy lights, and so I took those balls completely off, and now I have just those fairy lights hanging in between the tree. And you can see on the Eidi envelopes I've also added the labels to give you a better idea. Remember, make sure you're subscribed if you want to see how I made those envelopes, as well as a different style of Eidi envelope as well. So I have a whole bunch of Eid DIYs and tutorials coming up, so make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell. But yeah, this is basically the tree, and this is using all dollar store items without the hardware work you would have to do if you're using real tree branches. If anyone is interested in knowing how I made it with the real tree branches, let me know, and I can do a tutorial for you maybe for next Eid, for Eid al-Adha. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I would love to get your thoughts. I would love to get suggestions. And here I did a little bit of a different look. So I covered up the box with that glitter fabric I had bought that I showed you in my Dollarama haul many videos back. I also removed some of those pink cherry blossoms. So it's just to show you that you can do so many different styles, and whatever goes with your home decor, whatever goes with your personal style, you can do it. This tutorial is basically just a guide to get you started, and then from there on, you just let your creative juices flow. All right, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure you do leave me a comment, give this video a big thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe and the notification bell, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.